This meeting is being recorded.
And Anthony, let's go read the first line.
夏休み明けにはジャンプに持ち込みをすると決めた。僕と主人にとって。So it's like saying the morning of like the summer, we carried in the thing to jump. We've decided to like carry those things to jump. Both of us, like me and Shujin.
Yeah, but they haven't done it yet. Nitotte means like about that, kind of.
I see. Okay.
Nitotte. It just says it was decided that we were going to bring to jump when summer break starts. Me and Shujin will. Is what it says. So our verb is mochikomu suru. I will do that. 夏休みまでにネームできないとダメだよな。何回書き直しても後半気に入れね。So he says, it's no good if you're unable to finish making the name before summer break starts. Even if you redraw the picture over and over again, we really only have about half kohan kini iranu. I think he's saying if you redo drawing a page multiple times, then your enthusiasm will die. Basically, you get half as enthusiastic as you were before, and become down in the dumps. And then next goes to you, Anthony.
俺もまだ原稿にするってレベルじゃないからするってレベルじゃない最悪俺が前半書いてる間に後半できればいいよ、even I am also not yet genko. I don't know what genko is.
Genko? Yes, this last time. You should write this into your vocabulary list. Genko is the manuscript.
Okay. Even I haven't started on like doing the manuscript.
What does reburu mean?
Level.
Yes, so he didn't say hajimeru, he said reburu.
I'm not on that level yet.
Yeah, I'm not on the level to make a real manuscript, is what he's saying. He's saying he's still at like the practice using the pen stage.
I see. Sayaku orega. The mean that is like bad. Then kaiteru aida ni half drawing kohan dekireba. If I can like half-ass the half of the drawings, then it'll be good. Then it's good.
Yeah. Do you know why there's a space here? Sayaku ore.
A stopper.
It's a stopper, exactly. So he said, this is the worst. So he's saying, I am the worst.
Okay.
This is the worst. But he basically says, basically, this is confusing. But basically, this guy right here says, I can work on drawing the first half. During that time, you can write the second half. So rather than writing the whole thing first and then drawing it, we're going to split it into basically two halves. and work on it that way instead. 学校にいる時だけが休息の時間、そんな感じだった。It kind of felt like the only time we could take a break was when we were at school. いた! Ah, you're there! あれ、Miyoshi だろ? It says, oh, look, it's Miyoshi. And the next bubble goes to you, Cookie.
Is Cookie here?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Anthony.
Okay.
I just got used to the habit.
Miyoshi だな。1組31番、三好かや。2組3番、あずきみほの1番の親友。So it's like saying, it is Miyoshi. It's Miyoshi of like 1組31番. It's Miyoshi Kaya from like 1 first class,
Yeah,
and
she's in the
31st.
grade 1, like first class, like
Grade 1.
whatever. I don't know how to split it up, but you know, like they're both in the same year, right? But we're splitting the class into class A and class B, basically. And then we just have like their position in class. She's probably 31st in the grade or something.
And then second group, third place, Azuki Miho no Azuki Miho's number 1 best friend.
はい、perfect. 高木、ちょっと来い。呼んでぞ。行きたくねえし。He says, Takagi, come here for a second. She's calling for you. He says, I don't want to go. And everything on this page over here is going to go to you, Anthony.
Takagi 話なんだけど、何？いいよ、いいのよ。Takagi 話。It's we're only talking about Takagi.
Good guess. That'd be like maybe like Nitsuite, right? So she says Takagi space. 話あるんだけど, right? So she says, hey Takagi, I have what does hanashi aru mean?
Aru means exists. Where currently it's hanashi.
What is so it doesn't necessarily mean talking. In this context, we would probably translate it as I have something to talk to you about, right? I have something to say. And what does Takagi say?
Nani, what? Then he says, iyo, iroyo. It's okay. I, I'm going to be here. Iroyo.
Iyo, iroyo. Yeah. So you see how cycle is kind of he's actually leaving the frame and he says it's fine because he's saying stay here. He says you can exist there. He's basically saying don't leave my friend. Don't leave me alone with this girl. みほに、なんでたかきくんが私の将来の夢知ってるの？話したでしょって怒られたんだけど。She says, you see, Miho, that's the name of her friend, she told me when we were talking, she scolded me saying, hey, why does Takaki-kun know what I want to be when I grow up? You told him, didn't ya? And the next bubble here goes to you, Anthony.
別にいいじゃん。本人に確かめただけだし。別に isn't it okay? It doesn't really matter. It's probably something like that. 本人に確かめた。It's certainly the person, the Hon, I don't know what Hon means. Original
Honnin.
person.
Honnin means the person themselves.
The person tashkameta, to ascertain that person themselves. Or we're only ascertaining that person itself.
That's a really good guess. It's not what it is saying. So, what's going on here is it says, isn't it fine? I just, double checked with the person whose dream it is I asked you about, whether or not that was her dream. Right? That's all I did, was say, hey, you want to be a seiyu? It's not like I did something bad. あ、こいつには言っちゃった友達の真城くん。And he says, oh, yeah, I told this guy about it. This is my best friend, Mashiro. So he's saying that part was probably bad versus talking to Miho about it. Next bubble will be for you, Anthony.
ミホは恥ずかしがりやなんだから誰にも言うなって言ったんじゃん。Didn't I just say that Miho is like the type of person that gets embarrassed? He's that type of person that gets embarrassed.
Yep, he's a shy person, someone who gets embarrassed easily.
なんだから誰にも don't tell that to anyone that she's shy. And because of that, don't tell any. Didn't I tell you not to tell anyone because she's that shy?
Yes, perfect. Sorry, you just left that part off. So I was like, わかった。もう誰にも言わない。I got it. I won't tell anybody else then. The next bubble goes back to you, Anthony.
だいたいそんな恥ずかしがり屋で声優になれんですかって言ったっけDidn't she say that that girl who is like easily embarrassed wants to become a seiyu?
Yeah. なこと言えるか He says, what are you trying to say? とにかくこれ以上広めねえから安心しろ He says, well anyway, I won't spread this around anymore, so you can be relieved. で、Miho に振られたわけ So he says, what? Do you have a crush on Miho or something? And the next 3 bubbles here will go to you, Anthony.
ふざけんな。だって美穂と話したんでしょ？だからちょっと気になって本人に確かめただけだって。だいたいあずき他に好きなやついるだろう。Okay. What are you don't mess with me or stop messing with me.
Yes.
だって美穂と話。That's because I talked to Miho.
So you should always pay attention to where the arrows are coming from. So this one is going to her. This is going to him. So だってミホと話したんでしょ This is but you talked to Miho about this, didn't you?
Okay. I didn't. Okay. You talked to me. Okay. だからちょっと. And that is why I want to assert I have an interest to like certain someone. It's 大体あずき他に
So
好きな
honin, you're really confused
やつ
about what
い
that
るん
means.
だ。
The person themselves is what it means. So
The person.
if someone tells you, "Oh my God, Bob killed somebody," the talk to the person themselves mean the talk to Bob. It's the person that we're talking about to go talk to that person that we were talking about.
ああ、so だからちょっと that's why I became a bit interested in that. 本人だ、確かめただけだって。To ascertain that person, 大体あずき他に好きなやついるだろう。Generally, generally the person that other person that like 他にthat Azuki likes.
Yeah, perfect. There exists someone else Azuki likes. Nice. The only thing that confused you was dakara, because. It's not connected to chotto kininatte, right? In Japanese, right, this it goes that way, right? This goes that way. It doesn't go
Yeah.
the opposite way. So dakara means like I said. It's probably how I translated it in English, but it means because of what I said earlier. This is what happened. So he says the because is connected to the reason why I talked to Miho about this. Why did I talk to Miho? Well, I was interested and wanted to do that. So it is a little bit because that way, but it's more being a because talking to the person. I don't know. Uso, dare? He says, huh? Who? 知らないんだ. And you went, eh? She doesn't know? That's crazy. And the next bubble here goes to you, Anthony.
Is it okay? There we go. 知らねえけど、普通いるだろ中三女子なんだし。I don't know, but isn't that like normal? 中三女子。It's because middle year, middle school girls. It's because she's in middle school.
Yes,
Girl.
because isn't that normal? For a middle schooler to have a crush on a boy. 普通いるよね。中三女子なら。でも、美穂ってそういうの言わないからな。Yeah, there normally is someone that you like when you're, a third year, when you're a middle school girl. However, Miho, she never said anything like that, so next panel here goes to you.
つうか、それじゃあなんで私に日本の探り入れてきたのよ。それはつうか。By the way, それじゃあ、why is it that, why did Miho to me, tell me to like, search or come here to like search and probe?
So let's go look at the different particles. We got atashi ni miho no. It's not miho ga. つうか、それじゃ、なんで私にミホの探り入れてきたのよ。So it's probably Takaki ga.
Why, sorry, Jen, why is it that, I came here to like search you guys
Takagi
about
ga,
Miho.
not watashi ga. Atashi ni. Atashi ni. This is the destination of the kuruing. Right? Ni. Atashi ni, not atashi ga.
Yeah.
It's takagi ga. Takagi is doing the verb saguri ireru. Saguri ireru is to like, kind of like to investigate somebody a little bit. Like, to ask all the questions about somebody.
私に日本の作 why did like Takagi ask me or probe came here and like investigated me about Miho?
Yes. So then why did you ask me about Miho then?
それは that is
I
stop.
was thinking. Miyoshi to hanashitakatta kara. And he says, it's because I wanted to go talk to you. Yachatta na, Shujin. He says, oof, Shujin has done it now. Kangae satete de ne. She says, let me think about it. Chotto Miyo. And he says, wait, Miyo, what? And then Mashiro grabs him by the collar. And then this bubble here goes to you.
冗談なんて言ったら泣かれるか切れられるぞ。あいつだろ空手空手だ。Sorry.
No, you corrected yourself.
空手空手だか合気道で全国大会出場って。Okay, so 冗談なんて to joke, when you tell those when you tell those kinds of jokes,
冗談なんて言ったら。
なんか
That means if you tell her it was something like a joke.
if you tell her something like a joke, 泣かれるか切れられるぞ. She'll cut you off and cry. That あいつだろ. It's them. 空手だ. The karate and aikido. For all national Taikai is like meeting, assembly, Shutujo is appearance. Like,
Yeah. So,
it's them.
yeah. Do you know what Takagi just did when he says Miho to hanashitakatta kara as his answer for why he asked her about Miho? So Takagi went to this girl to ask about Miho because he wanted to talk to her. How did he interpret this, do you think?
She became jealous.
Jealous of who? He said, I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, Miho.
Okay, so we have two. So we have person A, right? Person B, and person C. Okay.
Yeah.
Person A goes up to person B and says, "Hey, how's C. And then person B goes, oh, why did you ask me about C? Person A says, because I wanted to talk to B. How did B take this information? How did they interpret it?
Shocked.
Yes, she was shocked. Also, she interprets that as him saying, I like you. Right? He went up to her to go make a random conversation because he wanted to talk to her, means he has a crush on her. So that's why she says, oh, I have to think about this, because he just confessed his love to her. And Takagi didn't realize the fact he had just confessed his love to her. So Mashiro instantly realizes the fact that Takagi has just told this girl that I love you. Right? So he says, if you tell her it's a joke, she might cry, but she also might break you in half. Because, that girl right there, she, does karate. And she was, in the championship for karate. Like, really high up she's not like a white belt. She's like a full-on black belt. So you don't want to tell her, oh, I'm joking. I don't actually like you. I like the Miho. Ha 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 ha. That's how you'd die. Since that one was a hard one, why didn't you read the next one as well?
Okay, sorry ね、あいつ、もともと主人のこと好きなんじゃね。And did she also like, originally like, Shujin? Things about Shujin?
Yeah. Perfect. And it says, Uso! No way! Azuki no shinyu wa ii yatsu ni kimatta. Sorry. Ignore what I just read. That's not there yet. だって、あずきの親友なのに、あずきが秘密に知ってることを教えるってかなり好意的じゃん。He says, well, she's Azuki's friend, but she went over and told you a secret that Azuki told her. That means she has to really like you, それに考えさせてねって嫌いなら絶対言わね。And he says, I have to think about it. That's definitely something you wouldn't say if you hated somebody. So 言われれば. He says, wait, when you say that, he's usually saying, now that you speak of it, and these guys down here will go to you, Anthony.
やっぱこのままじゃまずいだろ。悪くねえじゃん、みよし。悪くないと思う。なんでやっぱこのままじゃまずいな。As expected, this situation right here is risky or dangerous.
Yeah. I would recommend translating yappa as really whenever you see it.
Yeah.
It always makes an ugly English sentence when you translate it as the literal meaning, right? And if you said, oh, this is really bad, perfect, sounds very natural. As expected, this is really bad. You sound like a nerd. Not the vibes. Yappa! Right? Yappa is not a nerdy word in Japanese. But it's so really has the same meaning as that, as expected, but it is, the colloquial version of it.
I see.
But yeah, other than that, perfect.
Okay. 悪くねえじゃん、みよし。You're not bad at all, みよし。
Yeah.
悪くない Not bad, と思う。I think. Why is that? なんで
Perfect. Azuki no shinyu wa ii yatsu ni kimatteru. He says, obviously, Mizutani's best friend would obviously be such a great person. Miho, he says, calls out Miho out of her classroom, and she says, Uso, no way. Miho no class no Takagi ni kokurareta. She says, I was just confessed to by Takagi from your class. And, these two bubbles over here goes to you.
高木くんとかや、また話したんだ。高木くん and Kaya, they're talking again. 高木くんが私と真白くんのことを言うとは思わないけど、but I が私と真白くんのことを言うとは、まあ、高木くん、I didn't think Takagi kun would like say things on
Say things about what?
About me.
So. And who?
Mashiro kun.
Yes, perfect. Domo, she says, what do you think? Dote, about who? Takagi-kun. 勉強も運動もできるし、背も高いし, as well. He's can study and he's pretty sporty and he's also quite tall. And next panel here goes to you.
そうなのよ。私と釣り合わないじゃん。そんなことないよ。そうなのよ。ね。That's right. 私と別に釣り合わない。Is it like fishing? 釣り合わない。It doesn't
it
match.
is close to yes, perfect.
Yeah, it don't match with me. そんなことはない。That's silly or that's not true.
Perfect. 高木って絶対言わせとできるってうちのクラスじゃ噂だってのにな. He says, everybody was definitely saying that Takagi was going to become, boyfriend girlfriend with Iwase from my class. That's what everybody was, saying in the rumor mill. And the next panel here goes to you.
岩瀬さん、男の子にはあんまり人気ないと思うよ。なんでめっちゃ頭いいし、綺麗じゃん。So, Iwase-san is not very, I think Iwase-san is not really that much popular with the boys. Why is that? She's super intelligent, and also, isn't she also super intelligent and pretty?
Perfect. 男の子から見たらオタク見えるんじゃないかな. I'm thinking that when the boys look at her, they think, oh wow, she looks like something to handle, like a kind of like an expensive item. And the next bubble goes to you.
それに男の子は釣り合いとか考えないよ。高木くんはかやを可愛いって思ったんだと思うな。私、可愛い。それに男の子は、それに、to furthermore, even more, 釣り合いとか考えないよ。
So that Turiai is the same from the Turiao we saw earlier.
I didn't think that you're a good match. It didn't come to mind. 男の子は釣り合いとか The boys don't think that they're a match.
Exactly.
They're
Boys don't
good
think
to
about whether or not a girl matches them. That's not really, part of their dating criteria.
高木くんは、かやを可愛くて。高木くんは、高木くんは、says something like, Kaya is cute. What I think that he thinks that Kaya is cute.
Perfect.
私可愛い。me cute?
Yes. Oops. で、Mihoの好きな人って誰? Wait, so then, who's the person you like then, Miho? What? Inai! No, I don't got anybody like that. Next bubble here goes to you.
そう言うと思った。そう言うと思った。でも、高木と真っ白が絶対いるって言ってたし、顔にもいるって書いてある。そういうと思った。でも、even if you like think about that, or even if you say that, 高木と真っ白が絶対いるって言ってたし、it's because Takagi and Mashiro are absolutely there. 顔にもいるって書いて。It's written all over your face. It's even written all over your face.
That part, perfect. So what is so you to omotta? I thought you'd say that, right? I thought you'd say that. And the second one, you didn't translate ita, you said iru. You said Takagi and Mashiro were there. But instead it says, Takagi and Mashiro said there definitely is someone she likes. So the Zettai Iru is not, I see why you made that mistake. The Zettai Iru is referring to the boyfriend. Theoretically, you're right. It could have been translated the way you translated it. However, it makes more sense to assume he's saying Takagi and Mashiro said something than it does to be the other way. Because other than who is saying something, who says something is normal. If we're using the kanji iu rather than being like slurred as te, should really be defined in the sentence in some way or context. And there's no one else that could be talking, so it has to be Mashiro and Takagi. But if it didn't have this verb, totally 100%. もう、高木くん、何言ったんだろう。でも、この言い方、ましるくんってバレてないよかった。She says, good grief, Takagi. What are you even saying? But, from the way she's talking, it seems like she hasn't realized the fact that I like Mashiru-kun. Thank goodness. ねえ、誰 Hey, who is it? いないもん. There's no one there. もんってさん says, so there really aren't anybody? Well then, next panel goes to you.
岩瀬のことお高いって言ったけど、美穂もきっとお高く見られてるよ。岩瀬のこと。about Iwase, or you said that she is like expensive, but but you Miho are also expensive, as is seen as also expensive.
Exactly. So basically, both of you guys are seen like hard to get people to date, either hard to manage or hard in a different way, maybe perhaps. もう、ミホと 5年付き合ってるけど、男と話せるの見たことないし、美穂よく見ると超可愛いもん。可愛いのに男と口聞かない。これってお互いじゃん。He says, you know, Miho, me and you, we've been hanging out together for like 5 years or something, right? And, you know, you haven't really talked about a boy that you're looking at like at all. Sorry, I've never seen you talk to a boy. So, Miho, and when I look at you, Miho, you are like super duper cute, you know? So, even though you're cute, you never talk to boys, so isn't that obviously somebody who is expensive to date, like a hard to date person? Kaya, hi. So he says, hey Kaya, yeah? And the next bubble here goes to you.
私はお高いじゃないの。男の子とは恥ずかしくて話せないの。本当は彼以上に男の子大好き。私はお高いのじゃない。I'm not that expensive. 男の子と。私はお高いんじゃないの。恥ずかしい。she's like saying, let's not talk about like, me being, a expensive price for the boys because it's really, very embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
本当は彼以上に男の子大好き。More than Kaya, I like boys.
That is theoretically possible, but she's probably saying Kaya like boys like Kaya more than me. That's why all the boys talk to Kaya. Is what she's saying. 男の兄弟とかいないからなのかな。すぐ意識しちゃって話すだけで真っ赤になっちゃうから話せないだけわかりますか？ He says, you know, for me, I don't have any like siblings that are boys or anything. So whenever I have to talk to one, I feel really conscious about it. And, you know, I just turn bright red. So it's just, you know, that I can't talk to them. You got it? And the next bubble here goes to you.
みほってたまに先生口調になって面白いよね。でもそういう時は真剣に話してくれてる嘘じゃないってわかる。みほ、おた、みほ、occasionally talks like a sensei, and that's pretty interesting. でもそういう時は but at that time 真剣に話してくれて when there's like a talk that is like when I want to talk about like something serious.
そういう時 means when you say when you're talking like that.
When you're talking like that, I understand that that the talk is becoming like Shinken serious.
Yes, perfect.
And it doesn't feel like a joke anymore. Like it's
nice. You're obviously not lying. Perfect. Hiru yasumi owachatta. Oh, the lunch break's ending. Takagi tachi kaite kita. Oh, Takagi and those guys, they're coming back here. Ah! And the next panel will go to you.
高木君と付き合うとしても、言うときは一人で行ってね。一緒にいてとか嫌だよ。高木君と付き合うとしても。Even when I'm or meeting up with Hakon, 一人で行ってね、I didn't think とか、いや、
Sorry, you cut off a little bit. Could you translate that again? Unless you were still reading in Japanese.
okay, so, 高木くんと付き合うとしても、even when I'm like, hanging out with Takagi-kun, at that time, wait, I don't really tell anyone else, 一緒に。I don't like it, when I am together with him.
Yeah, that is what he's saying. He says even if you decide to go out with Takagi-kun, then when you're talking, just talk about yourself. I think he's saying I don't like to be talked about
Okay.
with you. I think that's what would make the most sense, but it is a little kind of confusing. And she goes,
I see.
じゃあここ無視して教室帰る。またね. He says, well, in that case, I'm going to ignore you and go back to my classroom. He says, see you later. Kira. And she goes over and does a little peekaboo. Shuhasu atakamo. He says, man, we might have our frequency is synced, referring to a previous chapter where Mashiro said the same thing about somebody else. 今のはMiyoshiが振り向いただけじゃん. He says, well, right now only Miyoshi turned. You were just staring forward the whole time. And the next bubble goes to you.
つうか、三好が好きだってもいいとか言ってきたら、俺どうすればいいんだ。or rather, 三好が好きだ。dating or going out, see Miyoshi, even going, とか言ってきたら、even if you say that, going out with, Miyoshi is okay, or those, how should I handle it? What should I be doing? What is the thing that is like good to do in those scenarios?
Yeah, so he says, by the way, if I tell Sukiaka, like, okay, let's go out, then what exactly should I do after that? Hahaha. 話はしたいけど、付き合いたくはないんですって。無理あるよな. And he says, well, you really can't tell her, sorry, I just wanted to talk to you. I didn't actually want to date you. That's impossible. Ha ha ha, that's psycho. He says, psycho, stop laughing. Sorry, the tsukiyai is what Miho would say. That makes sense since the quotation marks over there. Whoops. I don't remember exactly what you translated as, but it says Miho, if he comes to me saying, okay, we can go out. That's what that says. I don't remember if you translated that right or if I corrected you incorrectly. And then the narration goes to you.
一学期変わったことといえば、こんなことくらいだった。一学期 first period, and will change. Talking about if we talk about like the first period changing, konna koto. It is to this extent.
Yep. So he basically says this is how class ended. That's what the vibes were like. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry. That was their break time. Mo hitotsu kawatta no wa. Oh, one more thing changed. And the next bubble goes to you.
Da kara kono futatsu no kaishi koshiki oboe tokeba kono hen wa zenbu tokeru wake yo. Da kara kono futatsu no koshiki. And that's why this two official form oboe to. If we think,
Hoshiki in this situation probably means formula, and they're talking about homework.
If you think about this formula, this two
Oboeru, not kangaeru.
If you remember, if you can recall this formula, these two formula, kono hen wa zenbu, then you'll be able to like solve this. Then you'll be able to solve everything around this part.
Perfect. 全然わかんねえ. Gosh, I can't understand this at all. 期末テスト前、囚人がテストの点の取り方を教えくれて、中間テストクラス19番だった俺は6番になった. Well, that's crazy. So before the midterms test, Shujin, he decided to go teach me all the important points that he does with taking tests. And when I took the midterm test, even though I am normally in the 19th place, I actually managed to become 6th place. And the next panel goes to you.
囚人と三好はお互いに意識し始めてた。付き合うとかはなく、僕もあずきとアドレスを交換しないまま夏休みに入った。主人と三好はお互いに意識し。Me and Shujin and Miyoshi both at the same time consciousness started realizing or being conscious.
Be conscious of each other is probably how we
being
translate
conscious. Tsuki ao to ga tsuki did not meet up.
Tsukiao is like the date.
Today did not date. 僕もあずきとアドレスを交換しないまま夏休みに入った。Even I with Azuki, when we were exchanging address, summer already was like entering.
Yeah, did they exchange addresses?
しない。when we didn't change address, that
Yep.
didn't
Basically,
change
without probably.
without.
Use the win maybe. Just like this, without doing that. 夏休みに入ると僕と囚人は親を説得し仕事場に寝泊まりした. And then once summer break started, me and Shujin asked our parents and really convinced them to allow us to go spend the night at the workplace. And this looks like a one kind of sentence. Where I'll go
Molly,
to you.
sorry.
Yeah? Oh, you want to stop here?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Sorry. Okay.
All good. Okay, we'll stop the recording then. So we'll for sure stop next. We'll finish it next week.